Hello and welcome to MoReece J TV. Shout out to the MOGANG, and shout out to everybody who rides with the MOGANG. And even if you don't ride with the MOGANG, shout out to you anyway. We're all on YouTube, we're all grinding, we're all doing our thing, we're all family. So, we're going to be checking out this guy. Well, this is for the first time actually, the first time I've ever reacted to this guy. This is Matt Townz. With his new track Gator Boots. Now I am very much aware of Matt Townz through, I believe, T-REV. I'm sure T-REV has had conversations, or you know, is an associate of Matt Townz. I know T-REV rates him quite highly, so yeah, this was actually sent to me by one of my own fans. One of my own fans and very good friends over in the United States. She hates being shouted out, so I won't shout her out. I've shouted her out before, but I know she doesn't really like to be shouted out too much. So she's a friend of mine. She sent this over to me and said that I should check it out. Yeah, and I believe the real McCoy Reacts did a reaction to this as well. I'm sure he did. I'm sure I see the real McCoy Reacts did a reaction to this. So, and I believe he rated this track quite highly as well. So we're going to be checking it out. So guys, without further ado, my first reaction to Matt Townz, Gator Boots. Let's go.
I'm hanging in these Bama streets, Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet. Ask around, cause around here, cause they all call me Towns with a C. I'm just sitting here.
Okay. So maybe people are trying to come with their BS with this man. And he's just saying, look, you know, this is where I'm from. This is what's on my feet. You know. This is who I am. Deal with it.
About what all they did to me, like a bandana, cause I'm hanging in these Bama streets, Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet.
I like the way he worded that as well, like a bandana, because I'm on these Bama streets. So maybe did you move to a different area? I could be wrong. I could be taking the whole bar wrong, but did you move to a different area, or did you roll in a different circle somewhere and they sort of, you know, expected you to join in the way they did things, but you didn't? You kept to the way you was raised. I could be wrong.
Cause they all call me Towns with a C. Some say I've changed, but that's part of the game. They're the ones that stayed the same and didn't switch up their lane. I got homies.
Some say I changed, but that's a part of the game. So, you know, he's not telling you he's changed because of whatever. You know, some people change for the negative. He's telling you that he's changed, you know, because the game changes. You know, we're always evolving. Music artists need to evolve, otherwise they don't have longevity. They need to sort of move on to the what's next, you know, and what it all evolves into. You know, music never stays the same. You know, artists never continue down one path. They start to dip into different lanes, different ways of doing things, different ways of how they market themselves, different things to talk about. You know, they learn, just like all of us, we all learn every day, and we start to gradually become new people from what we've learned and our experiences. And music is an expression of of your experiences. It's self-expression. So if you're naturally changing through experience, then your music is going to change with it. And if the music scene itself is changing, then you have to adapt to that in order to keep longevity, keep people interested. So that's a fire bar.
On my team that will bust you out your frame. I think these dudes learned their lesson about speaking on my name. I know felons who are strapped.
I think that's in reference to something that I don't know too much about, but I'm aware of. That I'm sure somebody tried beefing with my man's here, Matt Townz. I'm sure someone tried beefing with him. I'm sure there was like, I don't know, was there like a diss track and there was some fat guy on the sofa talking shit? I can't remember now. Like, I briefly remember Matt Townz was going through some kind of beef. May have been back in January.
Told y'all I ain't gotta rap. Growing up, I learned to scrap and bust gas at your kneecaps. When it comes to my music, I say what I wanna say. If you don't like it, turn the station. I ain't making you play it. If the truth be told, I'm the country's most hated. Everybody knows my name and they speak proper when they say it is Townz. That's the name and I still rep the same thing. Alabama K4 and I rock boots, not chains. This is the I'm just sitting here thinking.
Yes, Townz with a Z. You know, he was raised in a certain place. I believe he said, where was it he just said? I know it was somewhere like in the south. Let me go back, because my memory is atrocious.
Hated, everybody knows my name and they speak proper when they say it is Townz. That's the name and I still rep the same thing. Alabama K4 and I rock boots, not chains. This is the I'm sitting here thinking.
Alabama, which is real country, real country boy. And that'll explain why he's got the gator boots, you know, and why he talks a certain way. You know, why he has a certain outlook on life. You know, it's everybody's like a product of where they're from. You know, no matter, even if you, you know, it don't matter how open you are, you're always going to be a product of how you was raised, where you was from. You're going to carry some traditions. You're going to carry some, the way that you see things. You're going to carry certain morals as well. Everybody has like slightly different morals. We're all on the same page with like some of the fundamental morals, you know, like, you know, about, you know, not to be rude and, you know, take care of your kids well and, you know, eat well and, you know, educate yourself, work, grind, don't be lazy. You know, we all have those sort of like similarities in morals, but we differ as well from the way we grew up. I'm very much different to my wife. And we grew up, what, maybe 50, 60 miles apart. My wife lived outside of London. I lived on the edge of East London. And we're completely different. Everything, well, we're completely different. We look at things a completely different way. And, yeah, you're always going to be a product of where you're from. But it should always be respected as well. It should always be respected, and you must respect it in a way that you're not stereotyping too. You know, everybody's still an individual. So.
About what all they did to me, like a bandana, cause I'm hanging in these Bama streets. Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet. Ask around, cause round here, cause they all call me Townz with a Z. I'm just sitting here thinking about what all they did to me, like a bandana, cause I'm hanging in these Bama streets. Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet. Ask around, cause round here, cause they all call me Townz with a Z. Some say I've changed, but that's.
So the more I'm listening, I think I did misread the bar at the beginning. I don't think he's saying that, you know, he grew up in a different area to where he was raised, or he didn't move to a different area to where he was raised. I think he's just repping. He's just representing the fact that this is where I'm from. This is how I do. This is the person I am. I wear gator boots. I talk like this. This is how you say my name. You know, this is who I ride with. This is, you know, I'm willing to take you. I was raised to learn how to scrap. I'll take your kneecaps off if I need to. You know, I'm going to slap you about if you come with your BS. You know, he's just letting people know. And I think he's definitely referenced earlier, definitely referenced the recent beef that was brought to his table, which I'm hoping is, you know, no longer pursuing any further, because Matt Townz seems like a real cool guy. He seems like a real cool guy. He definitely makes some good music. Yeah, so we're gonna check out the rest of this track now.
Part of the game, they're the ones that stay the same and didn't switch up their lane. I got homies on my team that will bust you out your frame. I think these dudes learned their lesson about speaking on my name. I'm the king of Houston County, you can tell them all I said that. If you ain't got no
and I love that confidence. That confidence is great. I'm the king of Houston County, and you can tell them all I said that. Fire. I love confidence like that.
You can't beef with me up on the track. I made my mark, I'm here to stay. Find me at the Circle K, right beside the OK Mart. I've charted twice, we getting paid. People won't speak when they see me, all the looks are so mean. I guess they hold a grudge against the crazy ex-dope fiend. They say because I speak the truth, I'm hated by these rap dudes. I ain't studying them fools, cause my whole crew is strapped with tools. I'm just sitting here thinking.
I like that, you know, and it's true. You know, the more facts you speak, the more people are going to come after you, my man. I learnt my lesson. I don't care, though. I'm still going to speak facts. I'm still going to call things as I see it, whether they hate me or not. But, yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. People hate truth. And people make their own truths as well. People like to create their own facts. You know, and that's why I think it's always best to call things how you see it. Because, you know, if you call it how you see it, you're more likely to get it right, I think. Yeah, you can make mistakes, we're all human, but I think the more you ponder on something and the more you allow people to interject their views, that's when the narrative gets switched up. And that's where it can be very difficult to tackle anything you've ever said. Whereas if you just speak your mind straight up, you'd be a straight up person straight away. You know, people will come at you. They will. They will. Because people hate the truth. But you can always rely on truth being on your side. You can always rely on the decent people, decent members of society, you know, looking at what you're saying. And they'll read between the lines. Lots of people, real people can read between the lines. They say real recognises real. So, keep talking your truth, man.
About what all they did to me, like a bandana, cause I'm hanging in these Bama streets. Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet. Ask around, cause round here, cause they all call me Townz with a Z. I'm just sitting here thinking about what all they did to me, like a bandana, cause I'm hanging in these Bama streets. Houston County, that's my home. Gator boots are on my feet. Ask around, cause round here, cause they all call me Townz with a Z. Some say I've changed, but that's part of the game. They're the ones that stay the same and didn't switch up their lane. I got homies on my team that will bust you out your frame. I think these dudes learned their lesson about speaking on my name.
So just that, you know, I guess these dudes learned their lesson from speaking on his name. So I'm guessing that beef did come to an end. And I'm trying to remember what it was about, because I did catch wind of it, you know, I did hear about it, but yeah, I don't know too much. I know it was around January period. But because I'm sure, didn't Rev speak on it? I'm sure Rev spoke on it. That's probably why I know. But anyway, this was a fire track. I loved it, Matt. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Townz with a Z, everybody. Make sure you remember that. You know, make sure you remember he's out in these Bama streets. Real one. Talking his facts, speaking his experience, and, you know, he don't care what comes his way. He's going to continue to do that, and that's absolutely fire. And I totally respect that. That's what hip-hop's about. You're supposed to talk about the real truth. You're supposed to talk about what you've seen, what you've experienced, how you was raised, what you represent, you know, and bring it over to the table. You know, if this man repping his, you know, repping his home, then you can only commend him for that. You know, he was raised there. It's he's telling us about Matt Townz in this one. As far as I'm concerned, he's telling us all about himself, and that's just fire to me. So guys, you've been watching MoReece J TV, and I thank you for watching MoReece J TV. Don't forget, go check out my Lyrical Assassins. I'll leave the IG and Twitter name in the description below, so you can go follow us. Also, go check out our hip hop shop, which is on Facebook, and I'll leave a link in the description for that. All of our Lyrical Assassins get their music posted in the hip hop shop. So if anybody wants to go stream and purchase any music from our Lyrical Assassins artists, they can go do that in the hip hop shop. We also have an Eminem shop, which is currently closed, unpublished, because Facebook is an absolute trash can. You know, I might have to, well, they should be putting it back up and allowing me just to state that it's not official in the description, but they're taking forever about it, so I might just make a new one with a completely different name. I'll let you know if I do that and leave the link in the description. If you want to get yourself a MoReece J TV t-shirt from Teespring, I'll leave a link to my Teespring store in the description below. We also got our Mo Vaseline line of merch over there, so go check that out as well. And any real big Eminem fans, go join my group on Facebook, Eminem Rap God. If you struggle finding it, because I've been notified that there's now more than one Eminem Rap God group. I used to be the only one, now there's a few. Just hit me up in the DMs, I'll give you the direct link. It's not a problem. So guys, you've been watching MoReece J TV, and I'll catch you again in a little bit. Take care, guys.